Hello everyone. Today, I'm going to show you how to kidnap a girl in Yandere Simulator. Let's get started. Kidnapping a girl in Yandere Simulator should be one of the most difficult challenges in the game. Kidnapping a girl does not require any murder or bloodshed, and does not leave behind any evidence that would get Yandere-chan arrested, so there is no disadvantage to this method of eliminating a girl. Because there is no disadvantage, this method should require a lot of time and hard work to pull off. You're about to see me kidnap a girl in a very short span of time, but that's because I'm the programmer, so I can cheat and do things quickly. When you play the game, it will be a lot more challenging. The method for kidnapping a girl may change in the future, but for now, kidnapping requires 5 things: a good reputation, a high grade in biology class, a syringe, a tranquilizer, and a favor from InfoChan. We're going to start off by getting a good reputation. The final game will feature several different ways to improve your reputation, but for now, the only method that I've implemented involves complimenting other students. When you speak to a student, you have the option of complimenting them. This will cause the student to like you. Notice that there is now a +10 at the bottom left corner of the screen. This means that the next time that students are gossiping, my reputation will increase by 10 points. You can only compliment a student once per day. If you tried to compliment a student more than once, the student would realize that your compliments are fake, and that you're only complimenting them to be nice. No one appreciates receiving insincere compliments, so you are only allowed to compliment someone once per day. Because complimenting students carries low risk, it should provide a low reward. Complimenting a student is easy, so it should only boost your reputation by 1 point. But for the sake of this video, a single compliment will boost my reputation by a larger factor. Students gossip 3 times throughout the day, during homeroom, after lunchtime, and after they go home and get on the internet. In order for my reputation to improve, I have to pass time by going to class. Who's left? You're the only girl I haven't complimented yet. Now it's time to go to class. When you go to class, you can invest study points in various school activities. Each school subject will unlock new abilities or improve your current abilities. In the final game, there might be other subjects for Yandere-chan to invest her study points in. For example, you might be able to tell Yandere-chan to read hentai manga in class, so that she can level up her seduction stat. This would allow her to manipulate male students into doing favors for her. Now that I'm out of class, I can see how my reputation has been affected. Look at the bottom left corner of the screen. The reputation marker has moved out of the neutral zone into the good zone. This means that now I have a good reputation. Now, when I speak to a student, I can ask them for a favor. However, I'm going to show you favors later. During lunchtime, you can try to eliminate your rival, stalk senpai, collect information on students, collect panty shots, or locate weapons. However, you can also skip lunchtime entirely and just go straight back to class. Now that I've invested enough study points in biology, my biology grade has improved. This has unlocked a new ability. Now I have enough knowledge of medicine and the human body to administer a tranquilizer. So now I have to go find one. The syringe and the tranquilizer can be found in the nurse's office. Under normal circumstances, the school nurse would be very vigilant and would keep a close eye on anyone in her office. However, because I'm the programmer, I can cheat and tell the nurse to ignore me. Obtaining the tranquilizer should be extremely difficult. For example, to prevent students from stealing important medicine to sell it or abuse it, the nurse would keep some medicine hidden in a locked container. You would only be able to open this container if you had the nurse's key. The nurse would hide the key in a different spot every week. To find out where the nurse hides the key, you would have to poison a student's food. The student would go to the nurse, who would retrieve the key so that she could open the case containing powerful medicine and help the student. This would be your chance to find out where she hides the key so that you could acquire the tranquilizer. Well, however it works out in the end, my point is that it should be very difficult to walk out of this room with a syringe or a tranquilizer. So now that I have everything I need, it's time to kidnap someone. Let's pretend that this girl right here is our rival. She's been talking to Senpai. That's unacceptable. I'm going to ask her to follow me. Now I'm going to lead her to a secluded location. The game is smart enough to realize that I am in a locked room alone with a girl. Under these circumstances, there is a new option available, tranquilizing a girl. I'm going to take out my syringe and stab her as fast as I can before she realizes what I'm doing. As you can see by the cute little Z's floating out of her head, she's not dead, she's just asleep. Now I need a way to transport her body off of school property without looking suspicious. To do that, I'm going to need this case over here. This case is used for transporting musical instruments. So, why is it here, in the gym's storage room? Well, that's because I contacted InfoChan, and I asked her for a favor. I sent her a bunch of panty shots, and in exchange, she snuck this case down here. No questions asked. So now all I have to do is drag the girl's body over there and dump her inside. I don't have an animation for that yet, as you can tell. So now that the girl's inside the case, all I have to do is leave the school. Yandere-chan leaves school, returns home, and waits until the clock strikes midnight. Under the cover of darkness, Yandere-chan travels back to school and sneaks inside of the gym. Yandere-chan returns to the instrument case that carries her unconscious victim. She pushes the case back to her house, pretending to be a young musician returning home from a show. Yandere-chan drags the case down to her basement and ties up her victim. And now, if I just go down to my basement, I should see the girl I kidnapped. Success! Well, please remember that any one of these steps might change before the final game is released. Kidnapping a girl in the final version of the game might be a lot more difficult and time-consuming. The process might be different every week. For example, there will be 10 different girls who will fall in love with Senpai over the course of the game. Each girl will have a very different personality, so maybe each girl will require a different kidnapping method. If you have any suggestions for alternate kidnapping methods, I'd love to hear them, but please don't post your ideas in the YouTube comments below. Please post your suggestions on my blog instead. There are way too many YouTube comments for me to read. And if you have any questions about the game, I recommend checking out the About page on my blog. I'd like to take a moment to thank everyone who keeps this project alive by supporting development through Patreon. And I'd also like to thank everyone who has sent me words of encouragement. I'll continue doing my best to make a great product that meets your expectations. Goodbye for now.